Well, good morning, everyone. From up here on the hillside, hope you're having a great day. I just wanted to show everybody some of my seed-grown canna lilies. Now, first, I've had people tell me that, hey, you cannot grow cannas from seed, or if they do, that they won't bloom for several years, which this video is just to kind of show everyone that, yes, it is very possible. Now, this variety right here is called Lady Di, which is named after the late Princess Diana. And this was started from seed back in, I think, February. And I will be making a how to grow cannas from seed video here this next upcoming garden season, as I've had several people send me requests asking for that. So definitely stay tuned for that. But look how beautiful this is. Okay, now look at those different colorations and striations there on the petals there. Beautiful, beautiful plant. It said it was supposed to be highly fragrant, which I don't really detect any fragrance at all right now. So it may be a time of day type thing where it only when it's actively producing pollen or something like that, but more to come on that. But yeah, this was grown from seed, and just check it out. This is a compact variety. It's not going to get massive, so it's in this little container right here. And no, those are not weeds. That is actually some chives. I ran out of space, so I put those there. And this little pepper guy here, I think this is a volunteer from last year, so it's hanging out. So just keep the diversity going in your garden at all times if you're able to. But yeah, just look how beautiful this is. This is grown entirely from seed, okay? And I've grown several other very rare canna varieties that are not quite blooming yet. This one here is the Canna brasiliensis, I believe. It's definitely from Brazil, as you can tell. It has several different Latin names, but I don't actually believe this is the proper name. I might leave some descriptions down below about some of the other names that it kind of goes by. But when you look at your traditional cannas with the big broad leaves, these have a very, very narrow leaf on them, which is pretty fantastic. It did bloom already. You can see the two seed pods here developing, and they were very, very small and dainty flowers. They were red with a yellow kind of a speckled petal on them. And when they do bloom again, I will do another follow-up video on some of my more rare canna lilies. But I just want to kind of show you some other things that are grown here in the garden with the cannas about why I think growing cannas from seed is a myth, and I'm trying to help dispel that. So let me take you over here and show you another example of why growing cannas from seed is not only fun, but very, very possible. All right, so if you can look through this little jungle right here, these are actually tomatillos growing here, which I've never grown before until this year is the first time. And they got really cool looking little flowers on them. If I can try to get a picture of that. There you go. Check out those little weird looking flowers. So those will develop your tomatillos for those of you who are interested. But yeah, I mean, right here. What is that? That is a canna lily. Did I plant this? Well, I mean, not exactly. It's probably coming up from the compost that I spread on this area, because there were no cannas growing here last year. But that just goes to show you, I didn't scarify these. I didn't do anything like that. These are just straight up from the compost, sprouting up in the garden bed here next to the tomatillos and peppers. And I mean, look, right down here. Look how healthy this thing is, right? Look how big the stalk is, how green these leaves are. Now, will this bloom this season? That I don't know, because it grew on nature's schedule. It had to go through winter for whatever, cold, thaw, whatever. Somehow maybe the seed coat got cracked. As if you've ever grown or actually, harvested canna seeds, they are very, very hard. And that's why, you have to, basically scarify them, which is just, taking a nail file or some kind of abrasive material and kind of cracking open a little bit of the seed coat to allow water in to initiate the germination phase. So right on cue, as I'm here talking about this, check this little guy out. Yes, this garden is alive with pollinators. Bumblebees love tomatillos. So if you don't even like the tomatillos for the fruit, grow them for the bees. Definitely worth it. So let me show you a couple other of my my seed grown cannas and show you the progress of how they're doing here in the hillside garden. So is this starting to look kind of familiar to you? If it is, well, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to bore everyone, but look, once again, these cannas are coming up all on their own from the compost. And in the midst of all these cherry tomato vines running everywhere, these cannas are absolutely healthy. They're thriving. They love this nice, moist, humus-rich soil. So that's just kind of a testament to growing conditions. So grow a highly organic content, very moist area, and these cannas will thrive. Now, I need this garden space, so I will be digging these up and probably moving them or storing them. And I very certainly will be storing my more rare tropical, very tropical cannas for that matter. However, let me show you, if I can, just one other thing as a comparison, and I'll go ahead and wrap up this little video. So trying to wrap up this video and show you guys a little bit of the perspective. These are just the typical red canna varieties that everyone knows are very, very common. But look at this giant patch. If I can kind of zoom back here a little bit, look at this amazing patch of cannas. Okay, now I live in zone 6B, 7A. The last few winters have been relatively mild. However, I want to say 5 years ago, we had a very, very, very cold snap, and all these cannas basically died back to, I think, 3 or 4 of the little tubers there, or rhizomes. You'll correct me down below. But, sorry guys, there's a little hummingbird right there. See that guy? Awesome, which is another reason why I love growing cannas, as the hummingbirds love these plants. And I love watching hummingbirds from the front porch just absolutely enjoying themselves here on this beautiful August morning. But nevertheless, I mean, just look at this, kind of zooming back. If you give your cannas a nice, like I keep stressing, a moist environment, because this is right off the front porch, all the rainwater comes off the porch right into this area, and the cannas act as basically a sponge, just absorbing all of the water and the nutrients, and it just continues to spread. So I mean, looking down here closely, look at this down here. Now, cannas here, and there are some irises that are mixed in there, which bloom in the spring, die out, then the cannas kind of take over. So kind of succession planting. It's really worked out by kind of a happy accident. But yeah, these cannas have absolutely just taken over. And I always look at this, you know, scenes like this and just pretend like you're in the jungle or you're somewhere else. But look at that. You can kind of just get lost in here, looking at all the very different way the stems all kind of just mix and match together, creating a perfect little ecosystem here. There's lizards. I saw some toads, I think it was, a couple weeks ago, just chilling up in here. And you know what? I love it. So there you go, guys. There's a little inspiration for you. Hopefully you grow some cannas for yourself. Hopefully you learn that you can grow them from seed. Yes, they will bloom the first year, and they will spread and they will multiply. Now, these have not been dug. Like I said, zone 6B, 7A, which is not supposed to let these guys really survive and or thrive. But I think with the addition of all the compost in the fall, I heavily mulched these guys. I did make a video. I'll leave a link up here somewhere about how the debate on to mulch or to dig or not dig your cannas, I think it was called, and just the pros and cons of both decisions. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little canna lily tour, as they are one of my absolute most favorite flowers and just overall tropical looking plant for the ornamental garden at your home. So from my hillside years, guys, until next time, be good, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.